Hi everybody, it's the Retro Yuuki once again. Time for our roundup for the weekend edition. It is time to get ready for next week. And ooh, do we have something good for you? It is time for the first roundup for April, officially. So let's take a look at some of the things we're gonna be talking about. We'll be talking about the new schedule splits, the first Yuki Cast episode. Welcome to Yuki Cast. Why are the schedule splits possible? Members first content, the Yuki Cast stuff, and I'm gonna be talking about some other plans I have for you guys. So let's get right into it. New schedule split. So there's gonna be one new schedule split, but I let you guys vote on it. That's why I have three different options for you all. Vote on. Now some of them are interesting, some of them are a little bit wacky. Now, let's talk about the first one. The first one is going to be the Mario on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then anime stuff on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Now, if you guys do not know, Sundays was locked in because you guys voted for Sunday. Now, Horror Yuki, the horror game channel, is not going to start yet. I'm gonna wait. I have to wait on it because I want to make sure this anime channel actually kicks off correctly, because if it doesn't kick off correctly, then what good is it if I do the horror channel, the horror Yuki channel? It's not going to be doing good. So we're gonna see where this anime experiment goes. Okay. So the times of the streams have not changed. It's still 5:30 and 11:30. I'm not gonna do the 8:45 unless somebody tells me way ahead of time that they want to co-stream with me. If they do, I'll see if I have my schedule open. If not, the answer is no. Automatic. Okay? No last minute request, please. Thank you. Because I want to make sure I have time to make content for you all. That's why 8:45 streams are off the board. At least until otherwise stated. You may have also noticed Saturday is our Fortnite Community Nights 2.0. We may be returning to Fortnite in a bit here in that next week. I am going to think about it because I want to see if we could do it correctly. Now, if Fortnite nights do not work, then I may have something for you. I might add an extra day of anime, Mario, or no stream on Saturdays, off-stream content, including reaction videos. Don't forget, Francis the Hedgehog reacts to Legend 7 Rings series from Taveria coming up in April. Letter B, or number 2, whatever you want to call it, is going to be the exact same thing as number 1 or letter A, but we flip the days. Instead of Mondays and Wednesdays for Mario, we have anime on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And Sundays because of the vote. So you just flip the days of when Mario and anime are. The one thing that is locked is VR chat. It's still Tuesday and Thursdays. Those are locked. Along with the Sunday night anime stuff. That's locked. And Saturday is a lock from Fortnite unless otherwise stated. Okay? Now the last one, letter C or number 3, is a little bit different. It's what we call the 2-2-1-1. So that sounds like a playoff schedule, and it is. Because in sports you usually do 2-2-1-1-1, where the home team gets the bonus one at home. So in this case, it's even. It's 2-2-1-1. So Mondays and Tuesdays is going to be for Mario. Wednesdays and Thursdays and Sundays are going to be for anime. Friday is also a Mario day. Okay, the timing is still the same, 11:30 and 5:30. I will tell you, however, after April 14th on Fridays, 5:30 streams are possible. That could be a wild card. So we'll see what I'm gonna do with Mr. Wild Card. But those are the three you can vote for. By the time this video is over, you guys can already vote for it on this community tab. Now, why are these schedule splits happening? So for the past few weeks, we have been experimenting with Mario Yuuki, our Mario channel. And so far, you guys have been enjoying this stuff. Now, that does not mean it's been perfect. Nobody is ever perfect, my friends. But I want to explain something. You can tell by the amount of videos on Mario Yuuki channel how many days we have been playing Mario each week. Most of the time we play Mario, Monday to third Saturday. With the exception, of course, of VR chat on Tuesdays and Thursdays added to that. Now, why is a lot of Mario bad? Or actually, I should say, a lot of one thing as a content creator, how is it bad? The reason being is attention span. Now, the reason being is actually something else. It's how much of a game do you want, how much of a game you play before you get burned out. Easy. There's 6 days of Mario when we started the experiment. All the way back when we started playing Fallen Stars and Gem and Journey. When we started, it was every day. Now we're going to split it up because of Anime Yuki. Okay? Now, do I wish I could play Mario every day? Sure. As a content creator, yeah. But it doesn't work like that. As a content creator, you have to expand your horizons. So that's why we're adding the anime channel, the Anime Yuki channel. We're expanding our horizons to anime games, including mobile anime games. Not just the ones on the PC, like Tales of Berseria, which we will play. We're also going to be adding the anime games from the phone, like Sword Art Online. That's why we're having the stress test today at 5:30. So that's why we're doing the stress test. Now, it's not going to be a long stress test. It's just to see, can we run the games not fluently, but flawlessly or near flawless execution. That's why we were doing the stress test. And the reason for a stress test, in general terms, is to see if your system or PC can handle the phone games. I'm using something called Let's View in order to use the phone game on the screen. Let me show you guys. I showed you guys an example in the Roundup from a few days ago. So let me go ahead and show you guys that particular Roundup. So this one from 3 days ago, I showed you guys how you can play Mario games, but I also showed you something else. I showed you my phone, my literal phone app of the App Store. This is from Let's View. So on the right side, you see here, Let's View. You have a game. You have my phone here. That's how I'm able to present to you guys mobile games. And we did a stress test, or kind of a stress test, with Mario Kart Tour a few nights ago. Now we're doing it with multiple games. Which game can run better on my system? Because once we get into the anime channel, then we can see which games do you guys like. So we have 4 games tonight. We have COD Mobile, COD, Call of Duty Mobile. We have Sword Art Online Integral Factor. We have Maple Story M, which is Maple Story on the phone. And I believe we're gonna have some other game. I actually have the poll ready for tonight. And here are your choices for tonight. COD Mobile, Mario Kart Tour, Maple Story M, and Sword Art Online Integral Factor. Those are the four we're going to be playing with tonight. Now, that's how a stress test works. Now, here's something else we need to talk about now. Why? Why are the schedule splits happening? We talked about how I talked about a little bit of how we play Mario 6 days a week. We're going to split that up. That's why the splits are happening. Secondly, as a content creator, you don't want to just keep playing the same game all over over and over. If you know what I'm saying, you want to expand your horizons. Take a break from Mario and play something else. But the reason why we made the Anime Yuuki channel is so that all the anime games are there. I'll talk about the reason why in the first episode of the Yuuki cast, which we'll be talking about the second episode of the Yuuki cast actually. We're talking about the algorithms of YouTube. How YouTube recommends content based on what you have on said channel. So if you subscribe to the anime channel, and you better expect anime styled games. I'll explain my rules about that in a moment. If you come to my Mario channel, my Mario Yuuki channel, you better expect what? Mario games or Mario content. Because there's two ways we're gonna do this. Gaming side, you better expect Mario games of any type. Content wise, you better expect Mario. The algorithm expects Mario. You, as a subscriber, expect Mario. You, as a subscriber to the channel of, let's say, Retro Yuuki Productions, expect something. That's why we're doing the schedule split and the content channel. That it's the exact same thing that's going to happen when we do the Horror Yuuki channel. But instead of Mario and instead of anime, we're talking about scary games instead. Like The Evil Within, Resident Evil 4, um, and so those other things. That's why we're doing the schedule split. Now, let's talk about the first episode of the Yuuki cast, or the first 3 episodes of the Yuuki cast. The first one is a showcase. It's more of what's going to happen on the Yuuki cast podcast. So the first episode is more like get ready. The second episode is going to be talking about VR chat and why VR chat not only changed the main channel, but how you make content with VR chat. You cannot just do an open lobby. There's a reason why we started branching out in VR chat, and we're going to be backing that up with evidence based on statistics on the channel. So the Yuuki cast, we're gonna take everything and we're gonna go in depth. We're gonna go deep diving here in the Yuuki cast. It looks obvious on paper, but it's not. Because you gotta really think about what the channel is, what the content is. The third episode, we'll be talking about algorithms. We'll be talking about YouTube in particular. We'll be going dive deep into YouTube. How to understand YouTube. How to do the algorithm. What is the algorithm looking for? Why people make different channels for different things. There's a lot of people make a lot of channels, but there's a reason for those channels. We're gonna be talking about the algorithm. We're gonna be talking about the behind the creator studio. We're going to learn how to read certain things. For example, reading where your content lies in terms of like what your audience watches, what else your audience watches, and the trend your audience is watching. I will tell you for this channel, I will tell you if I go to my YouTube studio right now, we go to YouTube studio. If we go under the, I believe the analytics tab, and we go particularly to content, I believe it's content here. No, it's not. It's audience, excuse me. You're going to notice a few things. Number one, channels your audience watches. We're going to learn, I'm going to teach you guys, or you guys are going to learn how to read this. Now, it's just a bunch of names, right? Yes and no. Yes, because all of these guys are YouTubers. However, what type of YouTubers does matter. For example, and I'm always going to use this name as an example, the very Seder piece. Why do you think my audience watches Taveri Seder piece? Why do you think my audience in particular, or our audience, I should say, watches Skylar Blue? Oh, by the way, congratulations on 2,000 subscribers, Skylar. Just recently hit it, by the way. So shout out to Skylar Blue, by the way. Why do you think people on my channel or our channel watch Dragon Blade, Speedy Blue, Shadow the Hedgehog, Gotta Go Fast? All of these channels, including Brave the Cat, Silver the Hedgehog and Friend, Scourge the Hedgehog, have one thing in common, including mine, including our channel, VR chat. It's exactly what you think it is. The very Seder piece, VR chat, VR chat, VR chat. Ghost in the corner, VR chat. Small but smart, VR chat. Here we go again, VR chat. Growing concerns, VR chat. Do I need to say more? So many blue boys. Shredina meets Boshi at Muffy Ball Yoshi's Island. VR chat. How can I tell? How can I tell it's VR chat? The logo's there. Shredina is there because Taveria voices Shredina, my girl. No cap. VR chat. Easy. Let's take a look at the other one. Oh, by the way, awesome profile picture, Taveria. Silver. I mean, let's take a look at Scourge the Hedgehog. What's very similar to our channel and his channel? VR chat, VR chat. He has his own content too. VR chat, VR chat again, VR chat again, again. There you go. That's the algorithm, guys. That's a little bit of the algorithm. I do not think I need to talk about the other 7 because it's going to be the same thing. The only exception I think is going to be Dragon Blade. No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, I'm kidding. Nope, yep. No exception. VR chat. The only difference though, he also adds gaming, including the recently released Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That thing he just released, by the way. If you guys are interested, check it out for yourselves. But VR chat is dominant. So we're going to read onto that in the Yuuki cast. I'm not going to explain any more about this tab because all the channels you'll see here, including page 2, all have VR chat in common. Okay, we're going to be talking about the audience. We're going to be talking about all this stuff. So, yeah, we're going to talk about algorithms. Yay. Also, another thing, the Yuuki cast is going to be, we'll see. I have to think about this first before I start thinking about it. I start promoting this idea. It's about members' first content, the Yuuki cast stuff. Meaning the Yuuki cast episodes are going to be Members only first, and then everybody else can get them. Here's another thing I'm considering, assuming that they released this feature already. It's called the quiz feature. Now, the quiz feature, normally you would only hear the word quiz in what particular institution? School, or in the case of others, call it school. However, YouTube is adding this new feature, the quiz feature for community posts, eventually in the future for everybody. So what exactly is the quiz feature? Exactly what it sounds like, by the way. So you are giving a quiz, but instead of like a paper, you ask the question on your community tab, like here. But instead of a text poll, you make it a quiz poll with one correct answer, as if you were taking a normal right and wrong quiz. You might be able to do true and false. Now you might be wondering, why am I going to consider this feature? I am considering this feature because for the Yuuki cast, you get to learn something. You get to learn something about the algorithm of YouTube. You get to learn something about tech. You get to learn something about, let's say, gaming, but in an aspect of content creation. You get to learn about Twitter. You get to learn about why I do certain content and why I don't play certain games. You may have noticed the lack of content, the lack of uploads of Call of Duty. Originally, I was going to do community nights on Saturdays for Call of Duty. Why don't do that anymore? You're going to learn about that. You're going to learn about how VR chat changed this channel. You're going to learn about content creation beyond streaming and why I do more content than normal. And why a certain part of my content is this and that. And you're also going to learn about why a lot of people nowadays make so many channels for different subjects. Just because I do Mario does not mean I cannot do other things. For example, let's say we talk about roleplay. Where does roleplay belong? Retro Yuki VR Chat roleplay. Where does anime belong? Anime Yuki. Where does Mario belong? Mario Yuki. Where does reaction videos belong? Or roleplay or something else? Francis the Hedgehog or Francis the Wolf. Either one of them. And by the way, I just announced something about Francis the Wolf. We're going to be doing solo RP. Solo RP, if I want to call it. Shoutouts to the unfortunate one. But where does reaction videos go? Francis the Hedgehog. Where does roleplay go? VR chat roleplay or Francis the Wolf, depending on what it is. I'll be talking about more about the solo roleplay in a bit in the next roundup on Tuesday. I don't want to get into it too much right now because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that. But you get my point. Where would horror games belong? Horror Yuki in our area. What do you expect when you got to watch Blame Truth? Blame Truth as in the cod fodder. Not Godfather, the cod fodder. Blame Truth the cod fodder. COD is Call of Duty. Do you expect Call of Duty material? Blame Truth the cod fodder is what he calls himself. Because he plays Call of Duty. Or he makes a video about COD, Call of Duty. So what do you expect from Blame Truth the cod fodder? Call of Duty material. In particular, Call of Duty content, videos, talking about the news, talking about what is going on with Call of Duty. It's not good. By the way, unfortunately, we talk about that too. So a lot of people have quit Call of Duty. And he's right. But we'll talk about that particular case later. I have a lot of planning. I have a lot of cool things planned for you all. And we're going to use the quiz feature. And I'm not kidding. Call of Duty went down. No cap. All you have to do is stream charts. I mean, Steam chart. All you have to do is Steam chart. And you have to look for a game. And you're looking for this particular one right here. Now it did go up a little bit, but don't go too hard on it. Because that's only a gain of 0.01%. That's it. Done. That is all. And the only reason why it went up a little bit, and I say that with a very big grain of salt here, is the season 2 just got reloaded with that new map. Oh, and by the way, I played COD Mobile yesterday. Check out that video. I had a lot more fun over there. Oh, and there's zombies. Oh, and there's BR. Oh, and there's new weapons. Oh, and there's new skins. How much do you have to pay to play COD Mobile? 0. No cap. Free game. You have to buy the skins though, but the game itself is free. You do not need to buy nothing to play said Mr. COD Mobile. How much do you have to pay to play COD MW2? $70? And then skins, $12? Yeah. You see where it's going? Yeah, a little bit of my impression of um what's his face? Doctor Disrespect there. Yeah. But I watch those two, him and Doctor Disrespect. But yeah, there you go. That's all I have to say about that. So we'll be talking about a lot more in detail about why I changed my strategy and all that good stuff in our Yuuki. And will that be a members only content first? Yes. I'm thinking about it. We'll see how it goes though. I wanna experiment. But with that said, that is the roundup. I'll see you guys at 5:30 for our content, for our stream stress test. Enjoy.